Kena Bridge of Spirits is a visually stunning action-adventure game set in a beautiful world full of cute characters and corrupted spirits. You play as Kena, a young spirit guide searching for access to the sacred mountain shrine, so she can restore the village. But in order to do so, she has to help trapped spirits that aren't ready to move on because of personal tragedies. Accompanied by these cute creatures called Rot, and by unlocking new powers and moves, will you be able to save this village from corruption and become a master spirit guide. Let me start with things I really liked about this game, like the visuals and the art design, for example. It's without question the best looking indie game I have played so far. The animation is flawless, the world is very vibrant and beautiful to look at, and the character design is also amazing. The same goes for the sound design, especially the soundtrack. I also liked some new abilities, like these bombs that will create platforms for you after exploding, or these flowers that will teleport you if you shoot them with an arrow. The rest of the gameplay, while visually stunning, was a bit generic, to be honest. The combat is fine, but your main weapon doesn't have that many attacks, so it becomes really repetitive really quickly. Luckily, there are these special abilities like a parry move, a dash move, and using Rod to stun enemies. Or sub-weapons like a bow and arrow and bombs to change up the combat. It's not like the combat is boring, but it's nothing new, and fighting some specific bosses can be really frustrating on higher difficulty. I really enjoyed the 1 vs 1 boss fights, but there are some bosses that will spawn multiple enemies to gank up on you, and sometimes they will be able to hit you out of nowhere. One specific boss managed to make me so angry because of this that I had to lower the difficulty, because I wasn't enjoying the game anymore. The game looks cute, but the boss fights are sometimes really challenging, almost like Dark Souls boss fights. So don't let the look of the game deceive you. I also thought the ability tree was a bit lackluster, and upgrading it was really time consuming, because you don't gain experience but karma. To unlock a new upgrade or ability, you will have to find all these hidden rods. And when you have a specific amount, the ability tree will give you access to new upgrades. I would have preferred a normal ability tree with a lot more options, but by doing it this way, you are more inclined to explore and find hidden secrets. It's too bad most of the items you will find are these heads for your little rod friends. But to equip them, you have to actually buy them at these head shops, which felt like a really unnecessary decision. I really hoped the exploration would feel more meaningful, because finding these heads and the currency to buy them most of the time wasn't that interesting to me. I also would have liked to see more variety in the environment and in the gameplay. Don't get me wrong, the world looks amazing, but a bit more different biomes would have been really appreciated. And the gameplay, while being really smooth and full of fun little gimmicks, is a bit repetitive when you look at the story structure. I don't want to spoil too much, but I expected more of the story and how it's presented to you. The sequence of events is pretty much the same in each area. And that's why it became really predictable and less exciting. So in general, Kena Bridge of Spirits is a game with a top-notch presentation, but the overall gameplay isn't of the same quality in my opinion. The story is a bit predictable, and how it's presented to you is also a bit repetitive. The exploration is less meaningful for me because of the abundance of unlockable cosmetics for your rod friends, and the combat and platforming, while looking great, started to become less exciting after playing it for a few hours. I really wanted to love this game, but I ended up liking it instead. There are just too many gripes I have with this game that made it less enjoyable for me. Nevertheless, I still highly recommend this game when it's on sale, because the visuals are outstanding and the gameplay is decent as well. I expected more from it after watching the trailer, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's for sure very memorable, because of some amazing set pieces and the almost Pixar-like animation. So I think it's fair to try it out when it's less expensive. I finished this game in 10 hours, but if you would like to complete the world map 100%, I'm pretty sure it will take you at least 15 hours, especially if you come across some hidden challenges. So be ready to save this beautiful world from corruption and rescue the trapped spirits with the aid of your adorable rod friends, so you can become a master spirit guide.